quite rainy outside. The timing is like 4 p.m. Vietnamese time. So it's usually a break. People rather come earlier in the morning on the groups and classes or later in the evening. So that's quite a good timing. I usually do trainings later as well, but this time I'm gonna do it in the afternoon and have my new boxing shoes that arrived with the socks and stuff. So I'm gonna try them on and yeah, like I do lately, combine strength training with boxing and this how I use boxing. So the socks and yeah, that's how it is. It's pretty much conventional, super cheap, like in Vietnam. Ordered from Lazada. I already tried them before. Just I didn't train with them, but I tried them on, and they're very comfortable. The sizes matching perfectly. So just gonna back off and put them on like that. Quite flexible. So it's supposed to be like knots and in the end that's basically just secure to make sure it's comfortable. Enjoy it. Today is quite rainy. I did a chat again, see what's going on from here. We'll finish the options. Sure, I think that well. Besides my size. There we shall see we try them in an actual training, so be more comfortable with them. Very easy. Listeners, hello. Yeah, the mood is okay. It's a little bit rainy. It's one of those days when we just drag you. Hey, hello, how are you? Ah, yeah, today early. Yeah, so basically, it's one of those days when you just kind of have to force yourself a little bit, but it should be fine. Okay, yeah, again, your shoes. Well, I mean, I miss that feeling because they're also different. It's like it's so much different. So much different from training barefoot on the mat. The friction, just like every time I would do that, my, the bottoms of my feet would never get used to it. Maybe it's good for hardening them a little bit, but there are the reasons why they're specifically designed boxing shoes. Also super comfortable, like rope skipping, that kind of stuff. So yeah, already feels comfortable. Maybe needs a little bit more tightening because yeah, the fabric is quite soft, by the way. But otherwise, all good. All right, so what do we do? Actually, gonna warm up a little bit, starting from strengths first. So I'm going to do the landmine press, less than 5 repetitions, and I'll try to do pull-ups as well. Yeah, just those two. I think I should add up some legs. What was the last time? I think it was 50 kgs total. So I would just get like I would do a farmer squat or a farmer deadlift. That's what I'm gonna do. Hello. So, yeah. And then after, because it's strength, so I will to rest between sets for longer, like 15 minutes at least. So I'm gonna time that 15 minutes and then just work on boxing. And today gonna try to pretty much not only today but always now gonna have timing and rhythm in my head. Like I'm in a on the journey of finding my own time. That is one of the most important thing in boxing. In competitive boxing, it's basically not only finding your style, your combos, preferable distance. Like you put everything together, footwork, front hand, head and body movement, like distance control. You put that all combined, and then you start working on the timing. You start actually playing the chess. But that means you gotta before playing the chess, you need to learn how to play chess, right? So just just warm up a little bit. I'm gonna move the camera to the other side, which is basically free reads. Already have that landmine ready. Nothing hard. Simple training, simple addition to my training, but I can tell you that my explosivity has changed already to the better. So it's kind of getting put all together as pieces of puzzle, but gradually. Okay. Let me warm up with the weights a little bit too. So here, I'm just gonna put it like this. That should be fine. I think you can see the landmine, yes, exactly. And you'll be able, I'll rotate the thing when I do pull-ups. So here's the landmine, but before we do an actual warm-up here as well. Right, so here we do have 17 and 5 kgs. That was my last weight that I've been using. I was doing 4 repetitions. Let's see. More than 5. And I have to increase it. Okay. Where you from? I'm from Georgia. Georgia, not the state, but the country. No, this is Vietnam Nha Trang. You just have more fighters. Going to start jumping rope, jumping regular. Do you jump rope? I can do it after. You can see. I one of the best things I do is do rope jumping. I just have not been showing it too much on the live stream. I can show you actually with the my new shoes. That's a good way to test it. Let me just finish the my set. I think I have to do more, but I think it's point to add some weight. But again, I'm resting now. Let's do some rope jumping. Let's do some rope jumping since you asked for it, guys. Good warm up as well, but as I said, I use rope jumping not always as a warm up. Not all the time. I wonder if you can hear me properly. But yeah, even if, when I was not doing boxing that regularly, I would do a rope jump. Less than 1% of women can on earth can do pull-ups. That's true. I know my husband told me that, and he taught me how to do it. Thanks to him. That's why I'm doing this strength program, guys, because this is how I'm doing pull-ups to increase my strength. You don't get your strength by jerking off the weights and do a lot of generating muscle fatigue. Strength pattern is developed in a very specific way. But for this time, I'll do like a 5 minutes, uh, or actually, I can do 10 minutes. Right? It's actually perfect because I can do 10 minutes of the rope jumping. Then I can do a little bit of the jab on the back. Like a water work. That's going to be around 15 minutes. When I go and do the one line and the pull-ups again. Pull-ups for chickens. I like to see chickens. Keep it light and easy. It's not force you go to high pace. So basic is like this pace. And this maneuver that when I swing the rope on the sides, it's basically actually to deload with my arms. And when I do it like every takes time, that actually helps to be into this. Okay. Apologies. 1 second. Appreciate it. Yeah, as I said, I've been rope jumping for quite some time, on and off the training. That's one of the things that I've been, I think, the most consistent on. And in the first 2 weeks, when I started boxing, I was very bad. Now I can do like double unders. There are a lot of elements I cannot do still. But it takes, if I take time, if I learn it, I guess I can learn it too. Your skin's clear. Keep doing what you're doing. Thanks. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna do double unders, and let's try to count. Guys, count how many double unders I'm gonna do. I think it was 19. I mean, 18 and broken 19. I definitely can do more. Whew. Okay, man, that's a heard it many times. Okay, I'm gonna. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Okay, I'm gonna continue the rest 5 minutes. A little bit of jet work. I'm back to the strings. Also, the reason why I'm super sweating because it's Vietnam, Southeast Asia, super hot.
I never know. No fans are on right now. That's okay. You know, one of the training of the athletes is learn how to adapt with a different altitude, sometimes in different air. Here is same as a timing actually in boxing that I'm trying to learn some gradually. It's same pace. But in my head it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'm counting in my head. Just obviously relax. I'm trying to and when I myself, I still continue bouncing. I understand. Trying to layer a little bit. Busy time. Okay. No fun. No air flow. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Whew. My babies definitely will be healthy.
no doubt. Okay, I'm gonna get water. I'll be back in a second. Well, because actually they don't want. So I'm sweating inside. Okay, here we go. Back. It's cold water. Did I respond to that question? I'm 25 years old. For a little bit, basically, and then move back to the landmine and just quickly do those sets. Yeah, in the meantime, pointing jabs I've been watching. And everyone wants to understand how boxing timing works. Me as a boxer, still in the process of understanding, learning, watch the videos. Very good YouTube materials where they're breaking down, like someone like Nicolino Ricci, or today I watched Andrew Ward and Mayweather, others, everyone. There's channels that break down their tactics, their timing, how there was a fight between Pacquiao and Marquez, for example, where Marquez won by knocking out Pac-Man. Pac-Man is a legend. And he had all the advantages except one. He had speed advantage. Basically, he had the power advantage too. But then Marquez had one thing, was the timing. So instead of trying to match Pacquiao in something that he couldn't do, he set the pace, he found the timing, and there was one mistake from the Pacquiao side that cost him in the knockout. So the power of the timing, basically timing is the combination of all the work you put in, you put it smart all together, but then once it turns into the timing and the timing control, or the way how you set up the timing, how you switch your timing, that basically outperforms speed, just like speed as just the speed, or power is just the power. So boxers who are just relying on one of the factors heavier rather than putting it into a smartest strategy possible for them. Someone who has less power, even less speed, and I have more experience, because timing, the controlled sense of timing comes through experience. And I'm on that journey. All the boxers are on that journey of understanding it. Yeah. So, sounds like I'm copying your own thing. It's your own thing. You gotta learn the art first. Like in art, you don't become Picasso just by drawing in nonsense. Because for some people, it's easy. Picasso, before doing that, before distorting the image the way he did and creating the new style, he was a high skilled academical artist. So same in the boxing, you learn everything, you learn the basics, you master, you watch others, you take some elements, but then you piece by piece start building up something that is yours, and then you might even end up creating something. Left, right, left uppercut. Just did front hand this time. Gonna get there. Let me just cool down a little bit because I'm gonna go do the landmine press again. One set of pull-ups again, and then I'm gonna come back, so-called as the active rest for the strength exercises. Come back and do more of the boxing. Which girls are better for real fight boxing? Let me tell you, of course, MMA just wraps. With bare knuckles, be careful, can break your own. But yeah, the smaller the glove and more you just have a wrap, that is more optimal for the street. But guys, avoid street fights. It's just one, there's no reward for it. Do you want a super chat? I have a super chat. I already have it. So you can donate. But if you don't want to or you cannot, that's also fine. You married? Yes, I am. Generally, overall, I would put GSP probably in the first place, in the UFC at least. Others, I don't know, don't worry. One company is apart from Merab and Ilya's Georgian, legendary, well deserved. I mean, especially Merab, despite his loss. Despite his loss, I think he earned his place in UFC. Some legendary fighters. But yeah,
Пусть сделает вот что мальчик. Где там да, посыпать вот этим, как они, слайсовым, там же подаются слайсы. Так что, ну, уже слайсы не понятно, это хлопья, они получаются, да, не кажется, слайсовые. Ты просто сверху снимаешь,
да, еще раз, это украшение света.
ты просто сверху насыпаешь его, когда уже как подача. И можно подавать, если это в стакане, то трубочка и ложка, типа, чтобы можно было, что ложка это как есть. И тогда, да, 120.
17 kgs without the barbell. So, but since I can do 5 and even could squeeze up 6, it's already passing the strength oriented threshold. So I'm gonna try to adapt before the next one. And here we go, the pull-ups. There are chin-ups. Okay, strength set. That was second set. So I basically do try not to pass 5 repetitions. I already can feel that I can be on the landmine. So for this next set, I'm gonna rest for 15 minutes. I would rest for 15 minutes, but obviously it's gonna be after rest. I'll do some boxing bag and stuff, but also to preserve energy. I would do rope skipping before. So obviously, and there's no fans on right now. So you can see I'm sweating a lot. So basically doing that, and I add up weight on the landmine press with the pull-ups. I can technically do 5 times 6. I think if I squeeze, like if I had a stronger grip right now, while my husband is watching them, he would put extra weight on me. So right now I'm trying to spare myself, but there are potential also. Yeah. I'll need to get my backpack or something to drop the 2.5 kgs and try to do that pull up that way. Okay, let me respond to some questions. Hey, to Bird, how are you doing? Shield maiden, looking tough. Getting tougher gradually. I did 100 chin-ups today. 1 at a time, 39 minutes. That's rough, man. I mean, a little bit muscle endurance, but in reality, it's just unless you do want to break a record, it's generating a muscle fatigue. If you want to get stronger, since you can do a lot, just stack up the weight, get the West, add up some weight. Trust me, you will get so much stronger. Yeah, my man is a big guy. She has more brothers than you can count. Yeah, not the blood brothers. We're only sisters, but I have a thing. That's a good point, T-Bird. I have more brothers than anybody can count. My husband is Norwegian, and I'm Georgian. I'm in Asia, Vietnam, yes. Gamarjoba. Hi. Basically boxing, but I did some Georgian national dancing before. So it started this kind of dancing. The combat sports appeared in my life around when I was 14, 15 years old. Yeah, we lost the belt. That's okay. Grew up. Well, grew up trying to get the stand-up fight. Yes, he had to take down that time, so obviously. But Piotr Young, from the other hand, prepared. I think got the assignment. His team got the assignment. Prepared very well. He was ready. Like Nurab likes to go under the one leg takedowns very often. Piotr Young was perfectly ready for that. He obviously was physically probably the best shape he was, and stand-up game is his game. One of the Georgian critics I talked to, who is like a reasonable one, he said that in his opinion there are only 2 fighters who are like, if you put the heart and soul and emotions aside, they're like robots, and this is GSP and Piotr Yan. Those 2 are like in their own game. It's almost impossible to
outperform that. And speaking of timing, right now I'm being talking about timing. Well, that's the thing. Merab's stand-up game definitely improved. He learned how to counter. He learned how to go better on offense, kind of move on the distance a little bit. But he's been taking the same pace as he would do with wrestling, which is different pattern. If you keep doing this all the time against someone like Piotr Jan, you're gonna wear yourself out. No matter if you're a machine, no matter how great your cardio is, because what Piotr Jan was doing, he was getting you other jabs in, but because once he realized that those jabs were not that much of a threat, though he was careful in the beginning, because some of the punches Merab had, they were more steep in the beginning, but then Piotr just started seeing the gaps and the openings in the Merab's game, because despite his stance game getting better, it's far from perfect. And the technique wise, Merab is behind a lot of MMA fighters. Merab's style is that relentless pressure and that attitude that he kind of gave up after, defending fighting 4 times. 3 out of those is like the title defenses. Doing stupid weight cut. Apparently he was doing a very bad water cut, Georgian style. No, don't do that, guys. Listen to not nutriologists. Listen to people who know how to do that correctly. If you have to do it. So there are a lot of factors. And obviously, again, props to Piotr Jan. No excuses. Piotr Jan won fair and square. But I think it's that fight kind of was on the level that yes, Merab lost, but it was a good competitive fight with the Piotrs. Piotr obviously outclassed Merab, but Merab showed that. Well, he showed a couple of things. First of all, that no one is untouchable and no one is even if you're a machine, you're a human in the first place. But at the same time, he chose to risk to to do because I think people don't understand. Yes, he tried to do takedowns, but he from the beginning chose to do a stand-up fight, and he realized that it's not gonna give him a win against Piotr. Then he started going for takedowns. All of a sudden, Piotr is ready for that too, and actually outperforming him. So now he's stuck. If Merab did a usual boring game like a first time it would be harder to take Piotr in the beginning, but he would just keep pressuring him and pressuring. I still believe that by the time of second and third round, in his own comfortable game, Merab could just essentially get the win. But people would be, that's not real champion. No, there would be a different type of criticism. So I think that sets up for us for a good trilogy. I think there's going to be a rematch. But people talk about immediate rematch, like immediate how. Merab needs to recover. He's like a shell of himself right now. Yeah. Okay, please don't spam, guys. Boxing is the best. I mean, boxing is great. Yeah, to me, boxing is the best. It's still putting comparing to MMA because I'm a regional boxer. And if you really start breaking up boxing into what it really is, it's such a fascinating sport. The fight competitive. In boxing. I have no interest in MMA except watching and breaking down some of the fights, like an enthusiast, someone who's just interested in martial arts and does some of the martial arts. But my heavy accent goes in boxing. Oh, not enough oxygen. Okay, I'll ask them to swim all the time. Can I reach that? I'll survive. You should spar instead of the back. Saturday. Come back on Saturday live stream, and I'm gonna live stream sparring. I got the permission from the coach. He said no problem with that. So yeah, and from now on I already do participate in a couple of those, and obviously gonna do more. Whew. A masturbate than me. No way. In Nicolinho Lich's videos, look it up, the boxer. I got introduced with a boxer not very long ago, because that's the old school period. And my friend who's very good at the boxing history, and he's like a master of head movements, basically countering himself. It's basically something like a Mayweather, but I think he was even more natural. And that was way older times, at least 10 years before than Mayweather, I think, at least. And the interesting thing was it was a breakdown, and every amateur, like including me at my level, I mean, you don't try to get on the punch, right? So automatic reflex is gonna be try to keep the distance. One of the reasons why it's easiest to learn the long distance work is because you are already far enough from the punches. If you're a little bit taller, you got that advantage. But in the more competitive boxing, there was this element that learning how to actually basically, yeah, and it comes through experience. It just comes through experience and the sparrings, and fights.
Basically, he would he would go like kind of manure on his legs a lot, basically bend his back like this. And very often he would do up, so he would reach. For example, he would do also some sort of finisher like this, getting all of a sudden he walks here and comes back at you with the right. So this is one of the things to start practicing. Especially works for the shoulder bones. What you should do? Yeah, I will more. It's basically always 100%, right? Like I'm always doing that right now. All that kind of stuff. Whew. Why use only jab cross? You don't have to use only jab cross. Depends on the distance, obviously. With the back, it's harder because you gotta push it. All of a sudden, scoop, for example, like, obviously, this part is that all those elements are bad. You want to back. Angles, obviously, so like that. More clean ones, like harder. Heavy back is useful for many different things. I do read the chat, but I ignore a lot of it. Tibert, thank you. I mean, I'm being long enough on YouTube. I'm building my platform and audience long enough to see a genuine people. Well, looking at my body and my face, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that I like to look at beautiful people. And I'm not speaking for myself, but when I find someone attractive, fit, of course I like, and everyone likes to look at them. There's nothing wrong with that. But when they do something else as well with it, you know, when you watch an ice skater, the beautiful elements, you're not only watching their body, how beautiful it is, you're watching what they do with their body. And yeah, as I said, I've been long enough to have a lot of good people around. So thank you to Bert. He's one of the folks that's been around for a while here. He's very educated in boxing. I appreciate it, George. I mean, I'm learning. I'm still learning. I'm an observer, and I like learning, and I like analyzing. And obviously, learning-wise, there are a lot of things I don't know, but I try to keep learning. That is the main thing. One from Argentina. Thank you. What do you like during training sessions? Is it all in the water, or you use something to increase hydration? Of course, you gotta increase electrolytes 100%. Sometimes you can do off training, just in the morning, get Himalayan salt mix with the drink or something, or just have a batch. Just have a quick shot with the water, because in Southeast Asia, this is a clean water, but it's also super filtrated, meaning that the concentration of the essential electrolyte minerals are lower. That's why just drinking water not going to do anything. But in Southeast Asia, I drink coconut water. Coconuts are dirt cheap here. It's high rich in potassium. And it's one of the main electrolytes. There are also some hydration drinks and mixes that you can prepare yourself. But basically, it's just about getting those minerals. Uh, so, yeah, I mean, don't forget that sometimes water doesn't contain enough of those. Especially when you're training with the sweat, you uh, you and with the urine releasing you're exposing yourself to a risk of dehydration. But just one drink water without electrolyte is gonna kind of pass through your body. The cellular absorption not gonna happen really. When UFC no, but boxing yes. Okay, here we go. Okay, please don't spam, guys. I appreciate you being here, but please no spamming. Yeah, I'm not definitely not doing MMA. No eye pokes, hate leg kicks. I'm too soft for MMA. She's not only bright fight commentator, she's also very savvy in relationship psychology, whatever you call it. She's great conversationalist. Appreciate it. I'm learning. It's a good achievement over years, considering that I didn't speak English at all 5 years ago. So thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, keep scrolling up. Whew. Overhand right. Okay, let's do it. We can do it. I'll do a little bit, and then I'm gonna get to do another set on the for the strength. Okay, I'm gonna time out this guy. Oh, I hit him from channel, but I don't regret it. I already said no spam, please. Great. So, what's it? Right over. Yes, I know about, by the way. This is, don't make it, don't let it fool you. This is my left arm, so I'm going to hold it up since it's just the camera. Set it up and then thank you. It's funny, I can't reach to the fans. Oh my god, someone is. Oh, okay, another one. Okay, bye bye. Bye, Roy. Anyways, basically, even if I do it, I'm not doing like that, like this. I would just go like something in between cross and the hook, so it's like something in between basically. Oh, come on, another idiot. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna start hiding people from the channel. No toleration, or like no tolerance to some morons. No hydration drinks promote electrolyte, but it's just absurd amount of potassium. You also need sodium, but it kind of ruins this taste. Better gets electrolyte strips than hydration drinks. Good point, basically. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. It's really, when it comes to any product, it's really, you gotta look into it.
what's the quality, what's the reputation of the brand. Like it's that you're right, it's a tricky one. But that's why I personally drink a coconut, not the drink in the package, and actually fresh coconut, just chop off. They chop off right in front of me. At least that is a great source of potassium, way better than banana, for example. I think it's like two straight bananas equal one, like a large coconut. Uh, drink the water itself, the consistency. So yeah, that's a good skepticism. But obviously, don't trust anything that has the label. And the electrolyte strips are more trusted because a lot of long distance endurance athletes use them, and those brands they have to be high quality. Basically they are having that big responsibility on them and reputation, so they wouldn't want to ruin it just to sell their product. So more like sports oriented brands that actually produce an athlete enhancing supplements are more trustworthy in this case. Okay, okay, another one. I don't know what's wrong with people today. Try to train in the flip flops and keep them your feet. It's super difficult. Or when you take them like a step on this and oh yeah, I mean, may my a little bit tricky with the can twist your ankle by accident. You know, I did enough bare feet training, so I'm very happy to get my box shoes and actually focus. It really enhances the footwork too. So right now I'll focus on it. But I think it's good to try different states and experiment a little bit with some training methods. Yeah, but don't move your head when you throw the jab. Any important life advice? Okay, let's just get back to the back. I try to connect the body cross and overhead hook to the face in my. Okay, I don't know. Today a lot of crawls. Okay, don't mind. I just try right now my moderators are not here. Well, Shaik, I'm gonna just do it to you, okay? As a moderator here, so you can try it yourself. It's actually the first time when someone is really spamming like this. I can be a moderator. Okay, Miguel, let me add you as a moderator too. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm Oh, really? Thanks a lot. Да, я знаю. Я на капельнице стала. Да, то есть я потом видео. Смотрю, сейчас смотрю, в принципе, материалы баталии. Вот сейчас первое. Когда время будет, напишу. Okay, so, yeah. So for me, elements also like 1, 2, 3, 4, for example. But it's not that easy to picture it. It just like the best. Okay, little break. That's been actually a long gap. I need to go back to the landmine press. The landmine press and the, how you call it, the pull-ups. So we'll break. Okay, let's go. So another landmine. You just. Hey Kayla, howdy. Happy to see you. Couple sets. Here, the landmine. The landmine actually back up to the side. 17 plus the barbell. So now, and then up all the stuff. Now we have 20 kgs, single arm, landmine. I'll try it, okay? And even if I do just half, it's actually good. Stop there and work on that way. The point where if I get back to the 5 repetitions, up to 5 again, at 5, 6, let's put down around that knot. And then I have to increase more weight. Gradually, this is how the strength development happens. I don't really grow that much. I just most likely next time I'm rested. It strengthens my brain, kind of absorbing this information. I'm going to be able to do 3, 4. Okay, pull-ups. Tired, but that's okay. Another 15-minute rest, approximately. Whew. Stronger every day. Yes, Kyla, thank you. Health is the wealth, that's right. No, don't worry. I mean, there is the moment. Obviously, landmine is the free weight. Gotta be careful with it. But I already worked it out. I know the technique. So once I cannot press more than that. Like sometimes I might just kind of even without touching, just give the momentum and then go down. If I cannot generate here beyond that, I just go back and I don't do it anymore. So that is kind of the way how you control it. Don't try to, the heavier weight goes, you're not just pulling with your weight and try to press it up. It's not a hypertrophy training where you drop your weight still 8 to 15 repetitions, but you try to put your muscle bigger. The strength is more about like with the power pulling bone. For example, with the leg might kind of same. I stand here and like give it momentum. A lot of people might call it cheating, but the more weight you stuck and you trigger your brain to focus on the strength development, this is how you do it. I can tell you, I'm just getting stronger day by day without really growing that much, stacking up the extra muscle weight, which I don't want to because I don't want to go up in the weight class. I actually want to be able to go down all the way to 48 kgs. The kgs was, as I said, it was 20 the plate, and the barbell is a 20, but because it's just the one side of it, maybe count half of it. I don't know. I don't know if there's. Have I ever been rocked, like knocked? I've been knocked down, and I've been knocked out, but not like a flat knockout. It was like a just stopped, you know. You're always inspired to go day by day. I appreciate it. Thanks. Ooh. How old are you? Great training. Appreciate it. I'm 25 years old. By the way, let me show you the guy who I want to train with. So that's Coach An. He has personal training now. He's very smart, technical guy. His two favorite boxers currently out of the modern ones is Vasily Lomachenko and Crawford. So that kind of says about his style. You see how good of the positioning of the side step here. So yeah, Coach An, he's doing the boxing sparrings on Saturdays, and I'm gonna live stream that this Saturday. Last Saturday was just at the tournament where I did it. Well, basically I didn't go because I'm not ready for it. There was potentially one girl, but she's bigger. She's actively fighting, and she was just not be, and it was not even an official fight. So we decided his advice was just attend more sparrings, and we might do some common trainings as well. So. Hi, Keith. How are you doing? Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm a striker. That's one of the spots to figure it out, but it's getting better. Because sometimes you can have more an open guard, a long guard. Long guard is like something like this. So obviously it has its own disadvantages, but there's no problem with switching. So yeah, sometimes I do the long guard. I better clinch work. Another thing that is important to get better. So I've watched more and more materials about
how to put it all together. All of it has its own tricks, the timings to be used, and obviously countering elements as well. I'm Georgian, yes. I got beat the shit out of a while. Still standing, got my ass whipped all the way to the ground, and then some more. And I knocked the I got cold ones too off. That's a tough one. So, who did it or how? Wow. So I assume it wasn't even on the ring. That's rough, man. Huh. Hey, which state? It's Vietnam. Vietnam Nha Trang, and I'm from Georgia, but not the state. From Tbilisi. Same country as Marab and Julia Korea. I subscribe to your channel. You're great. Appreciate it. Thank you. This is Nha Trang Sport Unite. It's the gym in obviously Nha Trang in Vietnam. Must have been a kick one or a few, but I don't take a lot when you're already sweating. Yeah, it's one. If it's flat, it's flat. Whatever comes on the top, you don't even remember either of that. Boxers that fight MMA are the best world champions. Where in boxing, you have only one person who is both technical WBC and UFC champion. That's Holly Holm. Obviously, not current, but. David Tua is the greatest knockout artist of all time. Tyson was afraid of David. It's a little bit hard to say directly being afraid. Everyone is afraid about for stepping in the ring against someone else who is also great. But in boxing and in MMA, there's always, there've been periods that even greatest ones are avoiding certain other athletes because it's just the way it is. You know, sometimes someone counters your style, or sometimes you just get older, someone new reigning coming in. So it's kind of natural too. Smart words. Right now, yes. When I do raps, I would take it off, and when I do sparrings, I would take it off as well. Or obviously, if I do fight, especially, I would take it off. Your favorite combination? What are the favorite ones? Knockout was the kindest. Not the kindest. Sometimes, it depends. I mean, depends how you fall. But you're right. At least you don't feel it. The whooping doesn't feel good though. Yeah, that's not nice. I hope you say you're well right now. So I'm an Orthodox. Don't let the front camera fool you. This is my left hand, left arm. So remember, guys, my tattoo dog is my left one. So if it's in the front, that means this is my left leg. This is my southpaw.
I think might be a bit controversial, but I think Jake Paul is decent boxer, not workhorse, but decent. Jake Paul's problem is not his technique. There is a level, there is a certain step in the game when you become good at technique. You do it well on the pads, you do it well on the bag, you actually get quite decent. Well, then you step on the ring and you actually don't only do for performing, you actually start doing a real sparring. It doesn't have to be super heavy, but we're talking about technical sparring where it's the real punches, where you really get, pressured by your sparring partner. And gradually, if you go through basically your level, everything you prepare, it kind of comes to the close to zero, and you start building it up again. And you break down your sparring into combination or task work, only jab, specific combos, specific footwork, oriented offense or defense, and like a lot of things that you just break off and you work within the technical sparring. And then obviously you have freestyle as well, meaning that you basically do a light version of the fight, boxing match basically. So I don't think just Jake Paul wants to go through that. That's the only thing. They taught me a lesson in respect. Oh well, we all learn that lesson one way or another. Main thing is for us to learn, right? Again, I'm sorry. It's like learning it tough ways. It's one thing, but can lead to consequences. But life is all about that. We learn on our mistakes. I'm doing well, thanks. Appreciate it. Let me just look through the chat. I'll continue. Yeah, he's a gimmick boxer for exact reason because he never did that. He never stepped up that level because that is the hardest part of the preparation. Learning how to punch is not the hardest. Doing technique thing once you like actually get better at technique, throwing the correct punches, a little bit of footwork. This is not the hardest. The hardest is to put it on the ring for real. Did you see the new IBF champ? She has some power. I'll look it up. I haven't followed on IBF at all. So, give me a name if you want. Any advice for keeping good flow and footwork in actual boxing fight? The sparring, I have no issue, but during a fight, I get more stiff unconsciously. I think everyone gets, and it's just a matter of experience. But I think you need to start orienting your brain, like try to see your brain. You win. Like think about it that way. You win the fight if you can control the fight. If it's on your rules, you can do it. So instead of thinking that what's gonna happen, no, you're like, okay, I'm going course. You're light pace, light fight. And that's the thing. I'm still getting used to coming off the amateur pace, which is like bigger volumes, higher pace. Starts like you are wearing yourself out. It's down. That's like, oh, that's actually true. So as long as you have pain and even get some punches, get used to. Get a couple punches on your guard. See how powerful they are. But even if they're super powerful, that's okay. Let them. We said that some boxers like this, but their minuses is they're like sprinters. They're gonna try to kind of slow or scare you in the beginning. Well, the good thing is they wear themselves off. And obviously they don't let them punch you. They don't let them scare you. You just get this punches. If they're scared, sometimes uncomfortably. So have that attitude that, okay, what is my plan? what I'm good at. Just let me enforce that on them. Again, it might not be perfect, but just it's better to make things. You're gonna be able to make more. After you try one class and program, just like notice they actually face down too because they're like, oh, they cannot. It's not that easy to deal with you, right? So then you're gonna keep. That's people who want to work best do that. It's also another in the first couple of I'll take it up body accumulated. Work with their body a lot. See, there's what it is, but none of us have I just right? So the concept is as much as we are is more missing and less cost than legal, right? Some of the other times they appreciate because it's single, if you have better speed, you can just pop it into one that works. One you just get them. They keep working on that kind of thing. Doesn't work. Usually in the more beginner pro level, it works. It's easier to win fights like that because all it takes is some easy stuff and enforce your plan, your game on them. But also you start learning by observing a little bit what works on them. Then when you have a higher level, then it becomes more like a chess piece, and it actually becomes more flowing. Usually it's not as powerful. Like you can see that boxers a lot of times spare their energy, and then they have explosive moments once they think there might be a gap, and that kind of stuff. So okay, I'm not. She's not the triple G yet. Go ahead. This is not awful, okay? I'm gonna try. Learning how to pace, learning my style, learning things that work, get stronger, get better endurance, all that kind of stuff. So it's about the process, it's about learning, using the brain. Don't do well, it's a big momentum, big.
It's very tiring, by the way.
My voice is not clear. Let me try again. Well, what about now? I'm not working in this gym, or I'm working online right now, doing personal training and consultations for the lifestyle optimization and stuff like that. Whew. Just subscribe to the channel. Appreciate it. Mando, thank you. Great form. Thank you. I'm working. Now it's okay. It just sometimes needs some readjustment. But yeah, one thing I also suffer from and I'm trying to fix it on sparring, and it takes a lot of, the technical general sparring is relax on my feet, because on the back I learned how to just relax. I'm capable of actually moving okay, but then on the sparring sometimes I might stiffen up too much. Well, maybe let's give up everything that I learned, and let's just, like, I'm trying to tell myself, you know what, when I spar, let me just play, let me just play. I don't even have to force power punches, nothing at this moment. Let me just learn how to follow their movement, be annoying for them, despite me working in the offense or defense, whatever I would do, right? So I'm always constantly asking myself those questions. That kind of stuff. I train in boxing, yes. Defense is the best. I did not hit in the head all by itself. Good. No, it's boxing. You want a good boxing, you need a strong defense. Good job. Appreciate it. Been working on it. So, but now also, I can just go work power, but I can do that separately. I don't need to do that all the time. Right now, I can also just relax and do like a 30%, and then learn how to move easy, relax, and then boom, like explode when it's actually needed. Not be constantly loaded, because it wears you off. If you're super tight, you're gonna just tire yourself out. I might be wrong, but it seems to me that you're a bit too tense when you strike. With a more relaxed movement, your punch could carry a lot more impact. Well, that's the thing. At least with my complexion, it might look a little bit how it looks relaxed in a taller boxer, but in reality, to do the power punch, you need to load. So, like right now, here I'm relaxed. So this is not really. I can do just pop, pop, pop. You see, I'm just not really punching. I'm just relaxed. But then I have the opening. Like this is the one that actually was like a maybe 80% force, like that 1-2 combo. And if that lands, and that's okay. If I do every now and then, if I get myself used to move like that, it should be fine for me to pace it again. Sometimes go like a harder single punches. But you're gonna need to load. It just how the body works. The great power through velocity, and velocity is the speed. So you need that speed. But there is difference if you just boom, boom, go fast, and you have to also go like boom, boom, explosive. It's a different load. Nice spin off. Appreciate it. It's
the shifts, the mato shifts. Ukrainians use it very often. Like the combination low right, hook on the body, then coming on the top with the left hook. Yeah, that's a good one. And you can set it up the way, like if you, unless you're already in the middle of the game, it's better you use your jab to set it up. So you can just be like, you can just be like this and just go like that. Because with the jab, just find the right momentum, obviously, timing. You can't stuck like this for too long. Obviously, you're like this. And then you can do, obviously, bam. The other way is obviously like come, shift, right. So instead of doing a shift, I do just a sleep. Sorry, sleep, right. But sometimes I'm just like bam, stomach. That goes more from the closer distance. From the middle distance can be like pum pum. So there can be more like a setup. I used to go 100 rounds on the defense. What's one of the good when I say a breakdown task work in the technical sparrings is one of the, sometimes you just stand in the defense and you don't really counter with the like light combos. You have like a setup combo that you counter with, and it's only defense, or even sometimes you only do defense. So that's a good way to work. Scrolling up. They're the only boxers that had a 3-hit explosive combo that came off one step. David Reid and Andrew Ward. I mean, it's hard to say only, but those are two prominent ones. That's for sure. I like to put more weight on the back foot. Try triple jab to the head, changes levels to the chest. Okay, interesting. Let's try this. Again, it's more for the taller people, convenient. But again, if it's you are similar heights, it's mostly not going to work against someone who is too tall, unless they really come on offense. Maybe you kind of sneak in, but you always mostly going to get out jab, outreached. So usually it's like, and obviously here I also like to stand on the back foot. But then even in general, like I have a habit standing on the back foot too, because in boxing you still do that pretty much almost always. Sometimes boxing do on the offense they go like too much. Like Pacquiao would actually come like very cut the distance crazy, break the timing of their opponent. But he would even like kind of lift his leg up very often. That would happen, but usually mostly it wasn't the problem. It was problem just a few times for him that cost him dearly. But usually, again, none of the styles are perfect. It's just about trying to play the game, right? And I still think it's good to adapt different styles and be able to use the elements. Something like this, you know? Good Sandra. I appreciate it. All the respect to you, Red. It's you're doing well. It's your time. Thanks, Kate. Appreciate it. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go for the last set on the strength landmine and the pull up. Okay. So here is the landmine. 1 second. So water break. Yeah, but I'm telling you guys, the landmine press actually helped me to my jabs just transformed within a week and a half. Got like 2 or 3 trainings of the strength on the landmine specifically. Like my punches became more crisp without actually getting tired that much. Obviously, I need to keep training the repetitions on the bag, on the sparring, on the pads, with the like the shadow boxing, with the dumbbells and different exercises that are boxing related. But this one contributed it more like as the it contributed to strength. So okay, I'm already tired, so gotta be careful. Okay, that's one, two. Oop, that's it. Yeah, 2 is my maximum right now. Okay, 1. It's okay to secure it with another hand. And 2. And resist on the way down. Okay. Whew. So you see, when I feel that I'm tired and I have to deal with a heavy weight, I know that I cannot do potential more than 2, 3. I'm being very careful, very cautious of it. And right now, no injuries. My elbows are good. Everything's fine. Okay, and the pull-ups or chin-ups. Oh, sorry, I forgot to rotate. Damn, sorry. I did like 4 pull-ups or chin-ups. Sorry, forgot to rotate it. I'm married, thank you. Okay, guys, let me see. What do we have here? Oh, hold up. Here. But yeah, let me respond to some more questions then. I'm gonna head out. Gotta do some other stuff today as well. How long you work out a day? Depends. Hour or 2. Depends on the type of training. Sometimes I recover, I don't work out. Sometimes I rest. Thank you for all the compliments and all the nice words. I truly appreciate it. A small adjustment in execution could make a big difference. I mean, yeah, I appreciate you looking at it. I mean, to me, I'm doing it absolutely comfortably. Like, also, like, I'm not, I always secure my shoulders in front, and in landmine, it has to be like this. So I didn't have any uncomfortable feeling, no pain, nothing. That is one of the biggest indicators. So, yeah, I don't know, maybe you're right, but I feel okay. I feel secure. I've been doing now that quite successfully. I'm not increasing weight if I see that my body has not adapted it to it yet. But now 20 kgs on the landmine plus the barbell is also 20 kgs. Single arm, 2 repetitions I can do. Let's see, I'm gonna do the same weight next time, and I'm probably gonna stick to it up until I can do 5, 6, 7, like squeezing out, no problem. That means then I have to drop it down to 5 and add up. Again, gotta be careful, but I've been training for many, many years. When it comes to the weightlifting, I'm certified personal trainer, having experience in the resistance training, hypertrophy training, trauma prevention. Fortunately, no joint injuries myself. Doing the prevention so far quite successfully, which is the hard thing because joints are a depleting asset in our bodies, and yeah, you gotta keep it. You gotta keep your joints healthy. The worst injuries are coming on your hardware, which is your spinal area basically, and your joints. Yes, I appreciate it. Yeah, that training has its own goal. It is. I don't like doing anything, just something just for something. I'm not never done ego lifting. I'm too girly for it. I really haven't done an ego lifting. So for me, it's more like um, I can talk more about this method called Grease the Groove, strength oriented method, less than 5 repetitions, longer amount of rest. Now it just integrated within the boxing training and exercises I chosen for the specific patterns, but you can look it up yourself. Look up Grease the Groove by Pavel Tsatsouline. That's his method, and yeah, that's a well-known, very effective method for the strength development. And you need strength to be able to create the power. Basically, the stronger you are, and then you put the technique, take a boxing technique, learn how to relax, obviously generate the powers for velocity, the better power you get as a result. Do you have a favorite fighter? There are many. I can tell you a few. Merab, Ilya, and Alexander Georgians, obviously, and also I like them as a fighters. Alex Pereira is one of my favorites. GSP, DJ, and there are many others that I like. It's hard when following mixed martial arts and boxing. A boxer's even more like it's. And every time I discover actually a new boxer or like old but the new boxer for me, and I'm like, it almost feels like this is now my favorite boxer because there's so many great fighters out there. And the more you learn about more of them, the harder it just is to respond about that one person. Uh, my nose, well, my nose is a little bit shifted. Yes, it's due to boxing many years ago. Thanks to my darling friend, she gave me that nose. It was perfectly straight. But since then, I haven't done really heavier sparring. I've been more even sparring. I try to use a smart. I don't mind getting hit in the head, but unnecessarily just to be tough or ego sparring. That's again not for me. So since then, it's basically been fine. My skills being increasing and damages are less. So yeah, the plans and attitudes and the approaches are changing. Okay, guys. Well, I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. I gotta wrap it up now. I actually do. So, Keith, T-Bird, others as well, Newmox. Thank you guys for keeping the chat clean, for having bringing a good vibe in the chat. Always appreciate you. I gotta wrap it up now, and well, I see you in the next live stream. Most likely the training tomorrow. So yeah, thank you. I'm gonna have a great day. You also have a great day or great night, or or good sleep. Depends where you're from and what you have to do. Have a blessed day. Much love. Bye. Bye bye. Ciao.